What's up, everyone? I hope that you are having a great day. Let's see, what day is it? Today is Tuesday as I'm recording this, and I hope that you are having a fantastic day. What I wanted to talk about is to every business owner, to every content creator. I have a lot of connections on here who are speakers, authors, coaches, podcasters, really people with a message who want to go out and share it. Now, whether or not you are what I call a message-driven entrepreneur, or if you're just some other kind of entrepreneur, some other kind of business owner, some other kind of content creator, 90% of people are overthinking their content. I was just on a call this morning with my mastermind, and the topic that was brought up was putting out and creating content. And what people were talking about was how much time it took them to create their content. And I said, well, why does it take so long? It only takes 3 minutes to make a video. I said, well, I got to plan it. I got to put it together. I got to do all that. And I said, look, I just come up with something and then do it. Like, it doesn't take me a lot of time. It might, if the video is going to be 3 minutes, it might take me 5 minutes to create it because maybe I think about it for a little bit and then I go and do it. The point is that most people who are putting out content are spending way too much time thinking and not enough time doing. They might be thinking, well, I need to get this video perfect. I got to do it just right. And the only thing that's going to make you better at video is doing more video. The only thing that's going to make you better at writing content is writing more content. And most people are not consistent with their social media content because they're too focused on making it perfect. They think, well, I gotta look perfect. I gotta sound perfect. I gotta say all the right things. And the truth is you don't need to look perfect. You don't need to sound perfect. In fact, if you sound too perfect, you become robotic. And let's just think about a commercial from the early 1990s, or even the whole 90s or the 80s. Think about those things. Hi, I'm Jake Ballentine, and I'm with the Speakers, Authors, and Coaches Network, and I'm a professional, and I'm going to tell you all about me being a professional because I want you to know that I am a professional. And since I'm a professional, I'm perfect, and I'm going to let everyone know that I'm perfect. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us at all, because people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And how are we going to get them to know us, like us, and trust us? Number one, we got to be there. We got to show up. We got to be in front of them. If they don't see us, there's no way for them to start to trust us, like us, and know us. So that's number one. Number two, we got to be a human. We have to be a human being. We can't be someone who's perfect all the time. We got to be someone who's actually relatable. And I'll say this to end this. When it comes down to it, it's the content that you're sharing, not necessarily looking perfect, sounding perfect, and all those things. What matters is the content that you're sharing. And for most of you, you know more than you think you do. You're better than you think you are. You can do more than you think you can. You know more than you think you do. It's just time to share. It's time to speak. It's time to share. Now, there's probably 10%. There's probably 10% who don't overthink and maybe need to think a little bit more. But most people aren't that. Most people are overthinking and overthinking and overthinking. I have a lot of people say, how do you put out so much content? How do you connect? And I'm putting out content here on my personal Facebook page, on my business page, on my Facebook group, on my LinkedIn, on my Instagram. I'm putting out content on all these different places. And the question is, how are you doing this? How are you able to do this? And the answer is, I don't overthink it. I don't overthink it. I just put it out. I just do it. And what we really need is action. What we really need is action. It's time to put out. It's time to put out that content. It's time to think it, do it. You should be learning all the time. Constantly learning, constantly studying. I'm always listening to an audiobook. I'm always, watching new stuff. I'm always doing all that kind of thing. And so I'm always learning new things. And when I learn new things, then I do it. I just put it out. And so for all of you, if you're in that 90% bracket, I'm willing to bet that you're overthinking it. Now, some of you might be doing something like a weekly series that's a highly produced thing, and that's great. That's a whole different thing. That's going to be something you're going to put in that production. But we're talking about putting out live videos. We're talking about putting out posts. We're talking about doing those things. And I know people who will spend 2 hours preparing for a live video, where I didn't spend 2 minutes to prepare for this video right now. And that's what I would encourage people to do. Think it, write it. Think it, speak it. And if you feel like, well, I can't do that, well, I couldn't do this either 3 years ago when I first started doing live video through Facebook. So it's kind of the same thing. You got to do it. You got to put it out there. You got to consistently be doing the work, consistently being in front of there. One of the things I say all the time is, in order to become a better speaker, you need stage time. In order to be a better speaker on video, you need more camera time. That's really it. You just need more camera time. So you are overthinking it. I know that you are. You're overthinking it. If you want to put out more content, just stop overthinking it. Put it out. Act. Don't think, act. Just put out the content and you're going to see great things. All right, everyone. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments and I will see you later. Bye.